good afternoon to our beloved lecturer, Miss Christina, and my fellow friends. So today, as we are doing business proposal, and our business aim is tomorrow toast. So by not wasting much more time, I would like to start. Before we start, I would like to just briefly introduce ourselves. My name is Yan Yang.
My name is Vincent.
My name is Wen Wai. My name is Kasim.
Okay, so let's get started.
And first, our company name is called Tomorrow Toast. And the reason why we call as Tomorrow Toast is because we want to become a top toast seller in the future. And this is our business logo. And the Tomorrow Toast start as a retailers. And this business will start as a partnership structure, which is for us. And I'm the CEO. And Lee Kasim is the marketing and purchase manager. Joy Wai is the finance accounting manager. And Lee Yang is the cashier. And the business location for our company is located at the Taman Sarang Utama. And surrounding have the colleges, working office, school, and housing area. And the business hour for our company is from for the weekday is from 6 AM to 4 PM. And for the weekend is 10 AM to 8 PM. Next. And the entry strategy for our company is we are still new in this market. So our market share for our toast is quite high, and we also have a good business location for our company because it may given the opportunity to us to easily to grow up our business, and we also provide a fast service to our customer because some of them are busy to work in the morning or rushing to work. So our company decide to reduce the time that the customer taken to wait for our toast. And moving on to the business objective, as you can see that the sales within the 3 years are increasing, and the average gross profit margin are above 50% within the 3 years. And next I'll come to my partner.
Okay, so I'll be talking about the SWOT. The first point, as I mentioned just now, is fresh. So in this era, most of the people tend to try new things in the market. So in a way that this is the first advantage of us. So we actually guarantee that our employees are fully trained to provide a very good communication skills to serve the customers, top quality of service. Okay. Next, it will be easy accessible location for our consumers, and we actually provide a relaxing atmosphere while the customers can enjoy their food. Next will be the weaknesses. As we are a startup business, so our capital would be limited. So in a way that we couldn't actually advertise as much as our competitors in the market. So limited choices. We actually didn't provide a wide variety of products for our customers to choose. So in a way that is actually one of our weaknesses. And next would be opportunity. As I just now mentioned fresh, it actually relates back to my opportunity that when people tend to try our product and once they are satisfied, they'll share to their friends and families as well. So this is one of our opportunity. And next, we provide a very convenient parking lots in a way that to reduce the concern for our customers to come to our shop. They wouldn't need to find parking or waste much more time. Okay, so next will be the threat. Our pricing will be much more slightly expensive than our competitor. And the competitor in our area, which is the F&B industry around our area, will be one of the threat. This is because these actually give much more choices for our consumers to choose where should they eat. And next will be the changing taste of customers. This actually relates back to our limited choices of products that we actually couldn't suit all the customers' taste, so they might get bored sometimes with our same product. So now I'm going to pass it back to my next partner.
Okay, so for our product or service, we have 3 flavors of toast, which is chicken, beef, and fish. So our main product is chicken, and we will be recommending the chicken toast to our customer at the first year. So the chicken toast percentage at the first year will be higher. So for the following year, we will be recommend the beef and fish toast to our customer. So Tomorrow Toast decide to use a specialized and narrow product range to our customer. So this allows us to focus on its reputation of our product. So for our competitor, we have 3 competitors, which is Miru Dessert Cafe, Harajuku, and Amy Dessert. So for Miru Dessert Cafe, they are in the market for 1 year. While Harajuku and Amy Dessert Cafe, they are in the market for 2 years. So for our target market, we have 3 groups of target market, which is student, working adult, and family. So for the student, their age is between 12 to 25 years old. For the working adult, they are 18 to 15 years old, and for the family is 8 to 75 years old. So now I will pass it to my partners.
So for product and service strategy, we choose product guarantee and product mix as our product strategy. We guarantee our food is fresh, quality and fresh, and the process is clean and hygiene. For product mix, we provide 3 types of toast: there's chicken, beef, and fish. And they are cooked with fry cooking method. So when our customer enjoy their toast, they will feel thirsty. So we have also provide beverage to quench their thirst. So we have choose presentation, communication, and attitude as our service quality. We present our restaurant in a clean and hygiene situation, and our employee is able to communicate with our customer and able to handle their problem. So we cherish and take good care of our customer. From 8 AM to 12 PM, we have a service guarantee to able to serve our meal within 30 minutes. If you are unable to do this, we will give them a cashback or the next order is free. So for pricing strategy, our competitor price is around 50 to 25 ringgit, and ours is around 12 to 19 ringgit. It is considered slightly expensive because the portion of our competitor is for 2 to 3%, and ours is only for 1%. If our customer is a student, they can show us their student ID card, so we will give them a 50% discount. So for distribution strategy, since we are buying raw material toast from our supplier and we process it and we sell to our customer, so we are considered as indirect distribution channel. And our restaurant will close on every Wednesday. So I will pass that to my partner.
Okay, so I'll be talking about image strategy. So image is the first impression given to the consumers. So the first one that we actually focus on is the appearance of premise. So it's actually we actually make sure that our shop is always clean and tidy to always give a very good impression, the first impression to our consumers. And our wallpaper is painted in blue, and the display of the shop must be bright enough to attract the customer's attention, and especially for the first time comers. Okay, next will be discounts. So every weekend we have different discounts for the consumers to enjoy. And next will be tomorrow concept. Tomorrow concept actually relates back to our business name, which is Tomorrow Toast. That actually today you purchase something in our shop, tomorrow you come back again, you get to enjoy another discount. Okay? So the themes. All of our employees need to wear brown shirt and brown apron. And we actually support the go-green concept, which actually saves the environment. And all of our tables are shaped in square size because toast is actually shaped in square. Okay, so I'm going to pass it to my next partner.
So for promotion strategy, we choose social media such as Facebook and Instagram, and we have created our own page. On the other hand, radio is a good platform to introduce our company, since when people start in the traffic jam, they will listen to radio. So word of mouth is another method because it is the most easiest and effective way to promote our company. So for purchasing objective, we focus on our toast chicken toast, beef toast, and fish toast. The gross profit margin is around 38% to 52%. So we will get our stock in around every week because we want to ensure we have enough stock to supply to our customer. And since we are in food and beverage industry, we will not order too much stock from our suppliers, although they offer us a reasonable price because we want to ensure fresh and clean quality product. We have a minimum stock to maintain our efficient and flexibility. So I will pass to my partner.
So for our supplier details, we have two suppliers, which is our main supplier is Concept. So for the secondary supplier will be Tart Bakery. So for a Concept, they will supply all the raw material to us, and we will pay them every week by online transfer. So for the Tart Bakery, they will supply the toast to us, and we will pay them every month by check. So we will sign the contract with our supplier to make sure they offer us a lower price. And for the supplier details, we are search for finding from internet. So for the purchasing procedure, there are 5 steps of our purchasing procedure. So first we will do selection of our supplier and placing the purchase order with our supplier. So we will talk about the price, quality of the product, and after that we will follow up the order with our supplier to make sure that they deliver the product to us on time. and we will receiving an inspection of the material. So when our supplier delivers the product to us, we will double check the quality of the product. So the last is payment of the invoice. So for the purchasing control, as Tomorrow Toast is still a small company, so we decide to use cycle counting method to record our stock. So we will do it every day to avoid out of stock problem. And other than that, we use Remax system to alert the level of our stock. So when our stock is lower than the minimum level, so we will restock. We will restock again. So now I will pass it to my partner.
Okay, so back to organization structure. That these are the 4 types of employees that we are hiring. The first one, we chef, kitchen crew, waiter, and general workers. So as you can see on the slide, we actually our requirement is full-time working experience and as well as qualifications. So this is excluding for general workers. Okay. Next. Okay, so for recruitment plan. So in this 21st century, I believe that most of the people is using social media in this now, and especially Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So we decided to promote our recruitment plan in these 3 platforms, and as well as JobStreet. Okay, so reward and incentive is another way to motivate and also appreciate our employees. So for the manager as well as also play the role as CEO, 35-day annual leave, 20 days 6 leaves, chef 25-day annual leave, 15 days 6 leaves, and for normal employees 15 days annual leave, 8 days 6 leaves. So as we are doing an F&B industry, so we couldn't give any commission to our employees. So in a way that we come out concept of a pizza party, so to actually motivate and appreciate their work, and also able to let them to pick their own song to be played in the shop. Okay, so I'll pass it back to my partner.
The training program that our company provides for our employees, such as the orientation, on-job training, and the training food handle and the communication skills training. And the purpose of the orientation is for the employees to get to know our company, like the rule, policy, and facility. And it may take 2 hours to complete. And the on-job training is for the employees to get to know the responsibility on their position. It may take 2 days to complete. And the training for the food handler is special for the chef and the kitchen crew. In this training, we will teach them what they need to do and when before they work and during the work. It may take 3 days to complete. And the community skill training is for the employees to improve their language and able to talk to our customer and provide a good service attitude to our customer. And it may take 3 hours to complete.
Next.
The occupational safety and healthy of our company is we are very focused on the employees' healthy and safety, and we also have the warning sign for our customer and the employees to remind them the dangerous area. And we also have some rule for the employees and customer, such as does not smoking inside the shop area. And moving on, and last is the productivity labor cost within the 3 years. As you can see, that year 1 is 2 units per hour, and year 2 and year 3 is 3 units per hour. And that's all for our presentation. Thank you.